This is the Songwriter Connection, the award-winning elite music podcast of the year, connecting the songs and the people who write them. Welcome, songwriters, friends of the song, and fans of great music. Pull up a chair around the dining room table. From his home in Nashville, Tennessee, here's your host, songwriter and storyteller, Dave Linehan.
Hey, thanks for finding our podcast. We've got a great connection to make today. And as we record this, we are in late June. In fact, the last day of June as we record this, and it is like steaming hot here in Nashville. They say the heat index is like 111. And despite all that, we're doing all right. We've got a great guest to meet today. His name is Scott Clay. And here's a little bit of a taste of what he sounds like.
With me tonight, out beyond the city lights. Let's go underneath the open skies.
That's the title cut of his 2024 record, which is called Let It All Lay Bare. And that's exactly what you did, didn't you, Scott? You
Absolutely.
let it all, every time you pick up a guitar and you write, don't you?
Oh, yeah. You've got to.
Yeah. Dan, good to have you here.
Thanks for having me.
A little bit about him. Scott he's known for his authentic songwriting, his heartfelt performances, and a sound that blends traditional country, Americana, with some modern influence as well. When I heard that cut, the first thing I thought of was, it's kind of reminded me of REM a little bit. Michael Stipe. Has anybody compared you? I don't like to compare anybody to anything because you are your own person. You are your own thing.
Absolutely.
But that's kind of the first thing. But then I started listening to more of your music, and you are definitely your own thing. Yeah.
Yeah.
Was he an influence? Let me ask.
Well, it didn't come to mind immediately, but, you put the connection together and I hear it.
Yeah. Little bit.
I spent most of my musical career in Seattle.
That's what I was going to say.
Yes.
Yeah.
So that's where, you picked up some Pearl Jam.
that grunge stuff, right?
Yeah, some grunge, some indie rock.
Right.
That song was recorded in Death Cab for Cutie's studio.
Was it really?
And Noah Gunderson also did a couple records there. So
That's
probably
great.
more in the line of Death Cab for Cutie and Noah Gunderson, kind of that world.
Love it.
But REM is right in the mix with all of that as well.
But still uniquely you. And that's what I like about you. Very authentic.
Yeah.
And you can't fake that authenticity. You can't.
Yeah.
So you lived in a little small town in Washington State.
Yep.
And then you moved to Seattle eventually?
Yeah. And about 22, right after college, I moved out to Seattle.
Yeah?
Yeah.
You were like 14 when you started writing?
Yeah, I was.
Yeah. Little guitar you found, a classical nylon string thing that was in the closet?
Yeah. I didn't even know we had one in the house. My mom had buried it deep enough in the closet that I didn't even know it was there.
Did she not want you to find that or what?
I have no idea why it was buried.
But you made it your own?
I absolutely did, yeah.
Yeah, and then you just started learning on your own, huh?
On my own, and my best friend, who is about 11 months younger than me, he also went through the same thing where he picked up a guitar and his mother had it in the closet. It was almost an identical month that we found it and the identical method. And we just would sit down and, we didn't know anything about music theory.
No.
We'd play notes that didn't fit anything and somehow find a way to kind of riff over them.
And make it work.
Make it work.
Sometimes I think a big knowledge of music theory can be a detriment to songwriting.
Yeah.
And you look at the guys I look back to the Beatles even, you know, when they were just young kids.
Yeah.
I mean, did they know theory or they just said, well, that seventh chord sounds really good in that progression, and they went with it.
Just have some fun.
Yeah, So
and writing melodies over, like the Beach Boys are a great example.
Oh, yeah.
They have chords that do not fit any rules, and yet the melody works beautifully.
It works. Exactly right.
Yeah.
So we 100% agree with you on that.
Absolutely.
Yeah. The other thing that attracted me to you when I heard from you is the song that you got out right now. Not the one that's coming, but based on a historical thing. And
exactly.
I'm really into history. People that listen to this podcast know about the cemetery I found in Absalom and everything. And you have this song based on a really cool historic, something that really happened.
Yep.
Where did you come across this story, and why did you decide that you needed to write this song, this particular song?
Well, and
I'm talking about The Compass in the Wheel.
The Compass in the Wheel.
Great song.
Came out in April, just a couple months back. Historical nonfiction is my absolute favorite genre.
Yeah.
Other than like sci-fi and science writing.
Yeah.
But historical nonfiction has always been a huge passion of mine. And I've written a few other songs from the basis of that historical nonfiction. One is called Chief Joseph. But this one in particular, I have a writer that I'm a big fan of. His name's Hampton Sides, originally from Memphis. And he's written probably 12 or 15 books. I've read all of them.
Really?
And this particular book is called In the Kingdom of Ice.
Wow.
And, you know, it's one of those, it's interesting how sometimes you have a book, even from an author I love, and it just sits on the shelf, and I try to read it, and then it's just not the right time. I put it back.
I get you.
And then eventually, I finally grabbed this book, In the Kingdom of Ice, and dove into it. And I'd already written a melody for this song, The Compass and the Wheel. I had a melody, I had a chord structure. I knew it was about exploration. I thought maybe it was like Lewis and Clark or something. And I kind of had toyed with some stories and some lyrics, and nothing quite clicked. Wow. And then I read that book, and I started taking the letters that are in the book were written between George DeLong, who was the captain, and his wife, Emma DeLong. They were writing back and forth to each other.
I think we probably ought to give them the historical context.
Yeah.
What exactly?
Sure.
It was the USS Jeanette, was it?
Jeanette, yes.
And this was in the 1800s?
Yeah, 1890s.
1890s. Okay.
And there was this belief in that era that the poles, the North Pole and the South Pole, were actually warm climate for some reason. They thought
they thought that. Huh?
They thought that there was like a big, almost an ocean you could go take a boat through, and they thought it was warm. Wow. So they were sending, his boat in particular. They were like, if we just push through this barrier of ice, you're going to get to a warm sea, and you're going to cross over into Europe.
Wow.
So they just had this belief, we're going to push through, get through the ice pack, and all of a sudden we'll be in this warm zone that we can then get all the way into Europe.
Incredible.
Like a northern passage is what they were looking for.
A northern passage. And there's like 34 men on board this ship.
Yep.
The USS Jeanette.
And it was funded by the U.S. Army.
And it was yes, that's right.
Yeah, they fortified the ship. They got it stocked. It was almost like like the Apollo mission. It was like that level of scientific exploration.
That's interesting.
It was like
what a
that.
comparison, right?
Yeah. And they stocked it with everything you can imagine, and tried to find the right time of year to try to cross through. And
right.
They went all the way up, just through past Alaska, and they got trapped in the ice floes.
Wow.
And once you get trapped in those, you are not going anywhere. There's no way out.
Marooned in the ice.
Marooned. You could even just be a quarter mile into them, and then it pulls you in. It's like a big swirling, almost like a dishwasher that just keeps you trapped in.
Wow. When I was reading the story behind that, the real story, I had visions of, if you've ever seen the movie Frankenstein, the new version, where they're stuck on that ice.
Yeah.
And that's where it begins, and those guys were stuck on the ice, right?
Yeah.
It was crushing the boat. And
crushing slowly. Yeah, and they were marooned. And, there's another story similar to Shackleton, Ernest Shackleton, that's in the South Pole.
Yeah, that's
so
right.
that's, if you want to read that one as well, very beautiful story.
How tragic.
But
not all of them perished. Some of them survived.
That's the crazy part.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, of the 34 men, I think somewhere in the order of 6 or so.
Yeah.
They all made, well, I can't say they all, nearly everyone made it to Siberia.
Okay.
I'm probably giving too much away.
Yeah.
But George did make it to Siberia, and there was a sort of an attempt to rescue everyone out of this horrific wilderness that they were in.
Yeah.
And some people did make it back.
And they survived there for a very long time.
Yeah, it was 3 years.
3 years.
Yep.
Like, how?
3 years.
How? I mean, really?
Yeah.
I'm serious. That's just incredible.
It's absolutely incredible.
So you decided you had this melody, and you can, this is what I'm going to write. You know what I loved about how you wrote this? It wasn't a telling of the story that you just told me right now.
Yeah.
You did it from a different perspective. You put the camera in a different place, and you didn't do the tell me, you showed me.
Yeah.
You showed me. And that is writing, my friend.
I was particularly drawn to the letters between him and his wife. They were all collected because obviously there's no mailman to pick them up from the boat. But they stockpiled all the letters and ended up bringing back the letters, and they kept the letters from his wife that were going to him. But it's in particular, they were very deeply spiritual letters. And also just because they were literally on death's doorstep.
Yeah.
So they were facing the possibility of death every day. And that brings out a very unique perspective in somebody in their writing.
Oh, yeah.
So as I was reading through the letters, that's what I was most captivated by.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
Very, very amazing.
Shall we play this It's called The Compass and the Wheel.
Yeah.
And it's out there streaming everywhere. And I think you're going to really enjoy this, as I did, So here it is. Scott Clay is our guest on Songwriter Connection.
I dreamt I was back home. You were lying there with me. The world was warm and peaceful. The air was soft and sweet. But my longings pulled me far away to this icy, dreadful sea. Now the waves around are caving in. I fear that I may never leave. How I wish I could remain in those gentle, distant days where the fire warmed the souls of both our feet. Despite all these raging waves, I see comfort in the faith that the compass and the wheel will lead me home. I can hear the timbers creaking. I fear it won't be long. In the faint hope these words reach you, know that I've loved you for so long. Know that I've loved you for so long. I wish I could remain in your tender, warm embrace, all wrapped up inside the comfort that you bring. Despite all this endless space, I see comfort in the faith that the compass and the wheel will lead me home. Carry me away, sweet Brooklyn calls my name. When the kids were home and we were family, despite all these raging waves, I take comfort in the faith that the compass and the wheel will lead me home.
I think it's just fantastic. Great song. You said that was 3 years in the making, Scott?
It really was. Yeah.
What
Yeah.
was going on? It was just evolving as you went, or?
It's just a slow simmer.
Yeah.
Yeah. I knew the night I started it, I knew it had something special.
Yeah.
But I knew I didn't want to rush it either.
Yeah.
It just had something. And so, yeah, it sat kind of just simmering for years and years.
Wow.
Finally
And you
got
finally recorded it in Berry Hill? Mm-hmm. The city was Farmland, you said?
Farmland, yeah.
You had an amazing guitar player on there.
Yeah.
Guthrie Trapp, right?
Yeah, Guthrie.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's amazing.
It was wonderful to have him on there.
I'll bet. He is well known.
Yeah.
Yeah. What did he bring to that besides that ending that you talked about? We were off the air.
Yeah. We had him in the studio for 2 or 3 hours, and we didn't know what songs. We kind of knew, okay, maybe that song. Maybe.
Yeah.
And then we had already kind of been working on the song, the arrangement, and we just knew, okay, this is one to get everybody on.
Yeah.
And so we brought him in, even though it was more of kind of a ballad type song.
Yeah.
It just felt right, and he added some melody to it, that guitar melody at the end.
That's so beautiful.
Yeah, and it just worked really well.
The melody is so haunting, and it just fits the story and the motif of what you're trying to do.
Yeah.
So I congratulate you. Well, I think it could be one of the great historical ballads that are out there. I mean, you think of Edmund Fitzgerald, like we talked about.
Yeah.
And there's Al Stewart, who had a song back in the 70s, The Road to Moscow, which I absolutely love.
Yeah.
So it's really cool. You take on, and that is
unique.
That's very unique, and it's no slight task to do what you just did there. And it's fantastic.
It's really fun to take a novel, a big, 200-page book. How do you boil that down to 2 paragraphs and give it an emotional twist?
And a 4-minute song. Right?
I love it. It's fun.
That
really
is
fun.
The best thing I love about songwriting. We have these little novels and novelettes that we write. 3.5, 4 minutes long. That's it.
Yeah. And you impart that emotion. That's where the vibe, it's like you kind of get that in a book, but in a song, it's just so much more.
Absolutely.
So much more present.
And it's all about the vibe, right? So let's talk about your trip to Nashville. How long have you been here from Washington?
Oh, let's see. Coming on a little over 5 years now.
5 years now, huh?
Yeah.
What was the draw to Nashville?
It was the Americana Music Association.
Yeah? Yeah.
Yeah, I'd been really involved, for years in the Seattle recording scene. I worked at a few studios, interned at a few studios, and, had done writing and done, just been involved in so many different capacities in Seattle. And as I got more involved in songwriting, that's how I started to get plugged into Nashville. And I also... I didn't have a name back in the day. I didn't have a name for the genre I was involved in. I called it indie folk.
There you go.
But it became, now it's called Americana.
Now it's called, yes, which it's a wide umbrella. It includes a lot of different. One of my favorite stations here in town, and this is something you could stream. They're streaming all over the world. WMOT, which is Roots Radio, and you played on the Finally Friday show.
Yeah.
Which they just don't let anybody do. It's at 3rd and Lindsley here in Nashville. It's always great to see on a Friday.
Yeah, great.
If you're in town, I really highly recommend that you go find 3rd and Lindsley and watch the show.
Every Friday.
You were on it with your band.
Yeah, we the song you just played, that was our debut of that song.
Was it really?
Yep.
That's a great debut.
It was fun. Yeah, a lot of fun.
I
we had
love
a great
the people
time.
at that station.
Yeah.
I'm a member and I listen all the time. So congrats on that.
Yeah, thank you.
Absolutely.
Thank you. Yeah, so the Americana, getting involved with the Americana Music Association got me linked to Nashville. I came out for Americana Fest week and started coming year after year and started getting plugged into the co-writing scene. And from there, I just...
Well, you mentioned co-writing, and I noticed that most of the things that are on Spotify right now were not co-written. You like to write by yourself, don't you?
I do a lot of my own writes. On Compass in the Wheel, I wrote with Chris Crepeau and
I
Dave
know
Hoskins.
Chris. Did you write with him? And who else?
Dave Hoskins.
Dave Hoskins? I know him too.
Yeah.
Wow, great guys. Wow.
Yeah, it was amazing working with them. And in particular, if I do a solo write, it's almost like, okay, I feel great about it, but can we revise it? Can we polish it?
You like rewriting. Yeah.
So that's, especially with this song, that was what we did. We kind of went back over and fine-tuned.
I love it.
It was super helpful.
Well, I've often heard that the greatest songs are rewritten, not just written. They're rewritten.
Yeah.
So, but there's also that catch-22 kind of thing. Have you ever been in this situation where that it's hard to turn off that critique, that self-critique?
Yep.
And sometimes you get so jammed up you can't go on, and you just got to go, okay, for now, that's okay. Let's progress.
Yep.
And then look back and we'll see if we can beat that,
So for me, that's why studio is so important, because I may bring a song that's 80% finished into the studio, but then once you're in the studio, you've got to make those final calls.
You do.
And you're often working with a team, as I was on this song.
Yeah.
And so for me, it's part of the writing process.
Yeah.
I don't show up in the studio ready to just finish it. I go, let's ask some questions. Let's take some detours here, and let's find what the song needs.
So the studio production part is every much a part of the songwriting.
Absolutely.
As any other
Absolutely.
part, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Wow.
That's so fun.
I've been saying that for a long time, and now one of our guest artists and
there we are.
said the same thing.
Everyone's got their own process, but for me,
yeah,
especially the pre-production.
Pre-production.
Pre-production is so fun.
Tell me about the pre-production process on that song right there.
Oh, on that one? Well,
Give us an example of how it works. Doesn't have to be that song.
That one in particular ended up being more on the fly because I was fortunate enough that we live tracked that song.
Yeah.
So we, pre-production wise, we had
You in the studio with the guitar just laying it down.
Well, no, we had everyone.
Everybody. You played with the band?
Yeah, the whole band.
Okay.
So we made, we probably ran a couple takes, and by the third take, it was like, okay, there it is. That's the take. But pre-production wise, we knew the tempo, we knew the key. We'd already had, most of the song figured out. But that was a little different than my standard studio approach, where it was live with the band, figure it out, and nail it on our third take. Oftentimes, though, we'll build out an entire Pro Tools session or Logic session where, you've got everything that's already arranged, but you can start toying with it, moving things around, changing key, changing tempo.
What if we did this? And what if we did that? Like you said on that song we just played, we need an outro, right?
Yeah.
It turned out to be a beautiful part of that song.
Exactly, yeah.
Yeah, well, that's all really cool. First time I had a chance to, most of the times when I've recorded, it's been, we put the tracks together first, and then, I'm not a great singer in the world, but I go in there and lay down the vocals. But when I went to San Diego to record Pacific Beat, it was with the band. It wasn't just a scratch vocal to build it from. It was a scratch, me playing guitar with the band, and it gave a whole different vibe.
Yeah.
And so that's kind of what you did, huh? You like to do it that way?
I really do. There's something, you just capture some kind of an energy when it's live and everyone can see each other and sort of like bounce ideas off of each other.
Yeah.
It just transforms a song, in my opinion.
Yeah, I agree. Absolutely agree.
Yeah.
So now that you've been here for 5 years and you didn't know what to call your kind of music, it was folk. What'd you say? It was
indie folk.
Indie folk. So how do you define it today?
Definitely more just
Americana.
Yeah, Americana. Yeah.
I ask because I've seen so many people define their what they do in different ways. One of my favorite folk singers is Jamie Harris, and she calls it folk and roll.
Yeah, exactly.
Things like that. You know, so I didn't know if you had your own little pet.
Sometimes experimental Americana.
Oh, I like that too.
Yeah, that works.
Really like that
because I love bringing some bluegrass in. I love bringing some country, traditional country in.
I think nothing
rock.
showed that more than your song Aurora.
Oh, yeah.
And I have to also tell you that the videos that you have, folks, go to YouTube and find Scott Clay. These videos are amazing. And that one in particular.
That one was fun.
Yeah. I love that song.
Thank you.
And, some of the videos I've seen, just amazing panoramic videography. I mean, you had... like in Aurora, you've got the Aurora Borealis right there dancing.
I know.
It was just fabulous. Where did you record that?
Growing up in Washington State, we have so many national parks there.
Yep.
It was called Mount Baker National Park.
Baker.
Yeah, it's a ski area, believe it or not.
Okay.
But it's managed by the National Park System, and it's my favorite ski area I've ever been to. Oh. Very rural, right on the Canadian border. You can from the ski area you can see Canada.
I'm just bringing it up in the background real quickly.
Yeah, it's a gorgeous place.
It's absolutely gorgeous.
Yeah,
and you had the bonfire going, and you were
bonfire. So the videographer Spencer Johnson, he lived in Bellingham, which is only about 40 minutes from the ski area, and so I picked him up and we drove up, and it just so happened to be a bluebird ski day after a blizzard.
After a blizzard.
There was at least a foot of snow, if not two.
And you're walking through the snow with your snowshoes.
We got really lucky.
Oh, man.
We got really lucky.
And the Aurora Borealis was just there for you.
Yeah.
I've never seen it in person.
It's worth seeing.
But that video is unbelievable.
Yeah.
Just play a little bit of this. This is Aurora. And what album was this on? This on...
That's also on Let It All Lay Bare.
Let It All Lay Bare?
Yeah.
2022. That's beautiful. When I was, listen to this. One of the first things I did in radio, and this was late 70s, there was a show called Fresh Air, which came out of Akron, and it served the whole Cleveland area. And we were a very progressive show. It was all night, you know. And that's the kind of stuff we'd be playing right there.
Yeah.
That experimental kind of. So I love your genre. I love what you're doing. Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah. Nobody's doing that today.
Have some fun with it.
Have some fun with it.
Yeah. Take some risks.
I'm sure there's somebody doing it, but not like you.
Yeah, thank you.
Not like you. Yeah.
Well, you know, so I hear a lot of people, they want to go see the aurora, and everyone's going to Iceland, everyone's going to Sweden. And I'm sure I've never seen the aurora from there. I would highly recommend go up to Fairbanks, Alaska.
Wow.
It's on our continent. It's you know, it's not as far to have to fly.
Yeah.
And the best aurora I've ever seen was right in downtown Fairbanks.
No kidding.
About 2:30 a.m. and it was exquisite.
Well,
3 colors. You know, they say they kind of rate aurora by the number of colors you see because the coloration as it descends through the atmosphere changes.
Yeah.
So we saw green, white, and purple.
Wow.
In the one I saw.
Beautiful. And does it really dance across the sky like in your song?
It's truly psychedelic.
Wow.
It feels like it's in your head because it's so massive and it's so hard to describe that you don't think it could be outside of you because it's just so
surreal. Huh?
Yeah, surreal.
Wow. It's like, did I drop acid or what? What happened?
It's the weirdest thing. But then you're standing next to someone else who sees it too.
Yeah.
Like you're seeing this too.
Yeah. You got this? Yeah.
It's amazing.
And I'm sure that video and pictures don't do it justice. So,
no, not even close.
Someday. It's on the bucket list. Yep. We're going to take a little break. We're known for music live around this dining room table, and you'll share some, won't you?
Perfect.
Yeah.
Yes.
Don't go away. Scott's our guest.
You want to start with
You're listening to the Songwriter Connection with Dave Linehan. Find us on Facebook and YouTube at the Songwriter Connection Podcast. And find Dave at thedaveconnection.com. Now back to the show with your host, Dave Linehan.
With some reminders that if you're watching on YouTube, hit the subscribe and the like button, if you will. It helps us. What I've been telling you is the most important thing you could do for Songwriter Connection is to just tell one person. Maybe you've got a friend or a family member that enjoys the craft of songwriting. Maybe they write a little bit too. Maybe you write a little bit. Just tell one person and spread the news, if you will. We certainly appreciate it. I also want to tell you that we publish each and every Wednesday religiously. It's 2:00 in the morning on Wednesday morning Central Time in the USA. So you can have a cup of coffee and enjoy a new connection from Songwriter Connection. Also, while we're talking about that, there is our Spotify playlist. Hey, every Wednesday when we do publish, I take a couple of tracks from that week's artist and songwriter, and I put it on there. We've got some amazing songs there. It might surprise you. We've had some incredible writers here, like Tom Douglas, who wrote The House That Built Me. So yes, that's on there, and lots of other ones. And I'm excited about putting some of Scott's up there today because I love exactly what he's doing. So Scott Clay is our guest. Nashville from Washington. And he does that experimental kind of folk Americana thing. And he brought his Martin guitar.
Yeah.
So you want to play some songs around there? You've got a new song coming out, and we'll do that in a little bit too.
Yeah.
But I want to hear something live from you and maybe the story behind it.
Yeah, this one goes back to 2020. It's a song called Time Will Tell. And I kind of, I started riffing off of Bob Marley's Time Will Tell at the end of Survival, the very last acoustic song. But then it kind of like took its own turn for me.
Yeah. Do you like to start with a riff like that, or does that sometimes come later? Because I kind of do too. Yeah.
Yeah. Just I was kind of looping it in my head, and then, but then no one would ever know that there's a connection between the two because it's just its own thing.
Yeah.
But that's kind of where I started. It's
play that riff. Can you play that riff? Beautiful.
Yeah. So this
that's
one's Time Will
inspiring.
Tell. Yeah.
For sure.
Yeah.
There's a song there. Yeah.
Well, cool. Let's dive into this one.
Let's do it.
Love me, baby, like it just won't last. Love me, baby, like the time has passed. Love me, baby, when the morning comes. There might
here and you might be gone. You might be here and you might be gone. The time will tell. This might be heaven. This might be hell. The time will tell. Some things last and some things fail. Many times over have I lost my way. Many times over will I fall from grace. Some people were waiting for the kingdom come. The prophet already came and the prophet already gone. The prophet already came and the prophet already gone. The time will tell. This might be heaven. This might be hell. The time will tell. Some things last, and some things fail. Some things last, and some things fail.
That's the truth. Some things last and some things fail. I want to talk a little bit about your lyrical influences and how you approach lyric writing. The silly question is that everybody asks, comes first the melody or the lyrics?
Yeah.
You probably do it both ways, right?
Oh, yeah. And I mostly write at 2:45 a.m.
Yeah.
So it's always dreamy. It's always slightly disassociated in a wonderful way.
That's your style?
Yeah. It's my favorite way to write. And even if something does start in the afternoon, then I'll reprocess it.
Later at night.
Yeah, later at night.
You just find that's your creative zone? Mm-hmm. Yeah? Mm-hmm. Really? Wow. Mm-hmm. That's interesting.
Get out of my own head a little bit. And I love writing at that time. That's one reason why I never co-wrote. Yeah. Because you can't call up a buddy at 2:45 a.m.
Well,
I need to find that friend.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah. What are you calling me for?
Yeah.
Yeah. I had to get up and answer the phone anyway. No problem.
Exactly.
And you came from Washington. One of the things I read about you that I thought, wow. In fact, I put on here, wow. Your grandfather and your father are both nuclear chemists.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yep.
Oh my God.
And my other grandfather.
And your other grandfather.
Yeah. Well, so the town I grew up in, everyone knows Los Alamos. It's kind of, it's from Oppenheimer movie. Yeah. Well, Hanford is the sister city to Los Alamos, where I grew up.
That's where you grew up?
There, yeah.
Wow.
So Los Alamos was developing the uranium part of the atomic bomb, and Hanford, where I grew up, was developing the plutonium part.
Oh, wow.
So my whole family is involved in that industry.
And they work there.
Work there.
Wow,
yeah.
be darned.
Yeah.
So that's why I think I would have to think that that's why science does appeal to you today.
Yeah. And history.
Yeah. History and science, they go hand in hand. Right.
Yeah, I've been trying to get out to Oak Ridge here, where they started developing part of it as well during
Not
the
too
40s.
far from here. Yeah.
Yeah, it's kind of closed right now. There's, I don't know if the funding isn't there for the tours, but I want to get out there at some point.
It'd be kind of cool to take a tour of that.
Yeah.
You'd love that history.
Yep.
So, didn't follow in their footsteps, though.
Nope, didn't stay in science. I still love it. I read about it and I talk about it with my family, but...
You chose the music route.
Yep. But I've got an IT brain. I do IT consulting during the day. So that's where the engineer part of me still exists.
Oh, right.
Yeah. Yep.
Left and right brain.
Exactly.
Right? Little of both.
It's fun.
That's cool. Some people are strictly left.
Exactly.
Some are strictly right, but you can do all. You do it all, don't you?
Yeah.
That's
wonderful. The way it goes.
Were your grandparents, were they all also musical?
No. Yeah. No, there was really... I didn't grow up around music. There's a little bit in church, but, we'd go sing a couple songs and, we had a record player, but there was only 3 records that were there, and we never even turned it on. So
no kidding.
Music was not much around in my extended family or my immediate family, and I don't even know where it came from inside of me. It just kind of
Once
appeared.
you found that guitar in the closet, something clicked, right?
But prior to 14, I had zero interest. Wow. I love to draw. I wanted to be like a painter type, like do these elaborate drawings. And that was my creative mind before music. Yeah. And then
you do still some of that?
Not really.
No?
No.
Wow.
No, kind of like all switched at that age. But I despised, I was in choir, in 6th and 7th grade and hated it. Hated it. Didn't want to be a part of any of that stuff. So
I can understand that. Yeah. But I can also understand how someone who is can combine left and right brain, because there's something mathematical about music, isn't
it? Yeah.
I think people that are very good in math are usually pretty darn good with music.
Yeah. There's that part of it, and for me, the storytelling part.
And the storytelling.
That's the big part.
Yeah, that's what you do well too.
Yeah, that's what I see. That's whenever I sit down to sing, I approach it as a storyteller first.
Yeah, I agree. I do too.
Yeah, it's so fun that way.
Is there a particular story that you, we just heard the historical ballad that there's more of that to come?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Some future things. I don't know. There's one I like to reference, Chief Joseph off Let It All Lay Bare. Uh-huh. It's about the Nez Perce Indian tribe.
Wow.
And that story. So that was another fun.
Check it out, folks.
Historical nonfiction song.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
You got a new song coming out next month.
Yep.
It's probably a little less than a month away from right now. Tell me about that and the writing of that one. And
let's see. Well, I've spent a ton. It's called Colorado.
Colorado.
Yeah.
Spent some time there?
Spent a lot of time there. I toured the country for many years, and Colorado was one of my most favorite places to play music, and one of the places I felt like was best received. Mm-hmm. And obviously, the landscape is amazing, incredible. I love the mountains, so you can't get enough of them there.
I'm just picturing in my mind the video.
Oh,
because your videos are so spectacular.
Yep.
Are you going to shoot one there?
Yeah. So I've released one called Flower, and that was filmed in Estes Park.
Yeah.
So more than likely, I'll probably use B-roll from that.
Wow. Okay.
Because it's so good. I can't. It's
what was the one with all the red rock? That was gorgeous too.
That was Let It All Lay Bare.
Let It All Lay Bare. Oh gosh, beautiful.
Yeah.
You just have to see it, folks.
Utah and Arizona. Oh, down in the Slot Canyons. That's where a lot of that was filmed.
But this one is Colorado.
Which
you've spent a lot of time at.
Spent a lot of time there, and I got prompted to write the song. Erland Gunstfight, who's here in town, a Norwegian singer, he'd written a song about Arizona, and we were co-writing together. Yeah. So I said, well, that song did so well for you. Let's write one about Colorado, and he liked the idea. So I wrote it with him in mind as an artist, and after we got through it, it kind of actually clicked more with me as an artist. So I kept
that happens.
Yeah, that happens. Yeah. So Erland was the inspiration for starting it.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
And the idea was
just to write about Colorado.
That's it.
The beauty of Colorado. That simple.
Well, let's see how it went. Okay, this is brand new. Streaming starting next month. We're hearing it first on Songwriter Connection. Scott Clay's our guest.
I spent most of my life down in the lowlands, and I've grown tired of neon lights and cheap thrills. So I'm packing up my bags, and I'm headed to a place where the lark song echoes through the aspen groves. Colorado stands up tall for all the world to see. Colorado shines inside a golden, glistening dream. Oh, what a dream. At the end of every day, as the mountains fade to gray, I rest easy in the shadow of Thong's Peak. Orion glimmers in the heavens while we sleep. Colorado. Thought you'd seen some pretty mountains. There is nothing like the Rocky Mountain view. The colors are too vivid to be painted. The purple is a slightly different hue. The rivers are a deeper shade of blue. Colorado stands up tall for all the world to see. Colorado shines inside a cold and glistening dream. Oh, what a dream. At the end of every day, as the mountains fade to gray, I rest easy in the shadow of Long's Peak. Orion glimmers in the heavens while we sleep. While we sleep, Colorado, Colorado.
Very nice indeed. Beautiful song, Colorado, and you'll probably be hearing it on the radio beginning next month.
Yeah.
So you're debuting this at some pretty neat places, aren't you?
Yeah.
Tell me about that.
Well, I'm involved with the Folk Alliance.
Yep.
I got to host in New Orleans in January when they had their big.
Fantastic!
Yeah, I
What a
hosted a
thrill.
room. It was so fun.
Wow!
It was called the Bonanza Extravaganza. We had a party. It's
love
amazing being up till 3 a.m. in New Orleans.
That's your zone right there,
know,
right?
it's so fun.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. So I'll go down. I'll debut this song in Austin, Texas, at the Southwest Regional Folk Alliance.
Wow!
That's September 23rd through 27th.
Oh, what an honor, huh?
And then I'll be heading over middle of October. There's the Durango Songwriters Expo.
Durango, that's big. Mm-hmm. You're doing all that.
So right in Colorado.
Things.
Yeah. So I'll go to Colorado to play. I'll play a few times at the expo as well.
That's fantastic.
It's October 8th through 10th.
Have you done Kerrville too?
No, I haven't done that yet.
Yeah, that's on the list, I'll bet.
Yeah, it's on the list.
Absolutely.
For sure.
You'll do well there.
Thank
Absolutely.
you. Yeah. My friend was trying to encourage me. She lived in Hawaii for a number of years, and there's a songwriting festival out there.
I've seen that.
Looks fun.
Wouldn't it be tough to have to go to Hawaii to play in a songwriter festival? I mean, it would be a hard thing to do, but somebody has to do it.
I know, someone has to. Just got to drag me out of the ocean long enough to play a song. You know?
Absolutely, man. You better believe it. Yeah. Wow. Well, I want to hear some more live music around the dining room table, so maybe you can treat us to another.
Yes. Being 111 degrees out.
Yeah.
This next song, it's off Let It All Lay Bare. It's called It's Easy.
Okay.
And it's all about, in the Seattle culture, we would, have some bonfires next to the ocean.
Oh, yeah.
Play guitar, play some volleyball, go paddleboarding, watch the sunset over the Olympic Mountains.
Ooh.
That's what this song is all about.
Man, you just painted the picture.
It's easy when the sun goes down. You make it so easy when the sun goes down. Just to hold you, darling, and treat you well. We got a bonfire popping on a Saturday night. Pass around a bottle and I'm feeling alright. On the beach at night, you in my arms, and I'm swinging to the rhythm of acoustic guitar. out across the way, moves on the horizon. I wanna stay here all night long. Oh, you make it easy when the sun goes down. You make it so easy when the sun goes down, just to hold you and treat you well. Hey, come on. So scooch a little closer, lean back into my arms. I hold your hair away from all fear and all the smell of your hair, and the sand on your toes, and the way you look up at me when you wrinkle your nose. You better call in sick and turn off the alarm. I wanna party with you, baby, all night long. 'Cause if you love somebody, 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 tell them that you do now, 'cause I love you. If you love somebody, tell them that you do now, 'cause I love you.
That's hot.
111 degrees.
111 degrees hot. It's in Nashville today. Well, at least it feels like that anyway.
I love the summer, though.
Do you?
You'll
I
never
do
see
too.
me complain about it.
Yeah. Well, and from up in Washington, you know from the cold weather, don't you?
Yeah. I've got a few years to thaw out still. You know?
Me too. I'm just starting to thaw out
Yeah.
from Northeast Ohio, and I was born in Buffalo, New York. So.
Oh, yeah.
We're known for the snow.
Oh, my God. You are.
Yeah. So, man, I just really appreciate you coming all this way. And I know you're doing a lot of touring. You're out on the road. And do you write on the road? Do you ever write?
Yeah. Yeah. Compass in the Wheel started on the road.
It did start on the road. I got you.
Yep. Yeah.
Is there something... isn't there something about the road that sparks creativity? Like when you're driving, the wheel.
Yeah, the driving.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, it can... Yeah, those the white lines that come past you, you just kind of zone out, and your mind wanders, and
ideas just start popping in, right? Yeah. And see, if you're on the road at 2:30 in the morning, you're
exactly even better,
zone, right?
Even better. Yeah,
absolutely. Yeah. We probably have time for one more song if you want to try. You want to? Yeah. You want to do one more?
Let's do it.
And then we'll wrap things up. And I just want to thank you so much again for. Actually, not only that, but for contacting me and letting me know you were out there.
Yeah. I know we've run into each other a number of times,
I'm
but
sure we will. Yeah,
this one was written on the road.
Okay.
And it's called, believe it or not, it's a road song.
Good.
It's called "One for the Road."
One for the road.
Yeah.
All right.
Well, out here today, driving again, all the others speed by, but I've got time to spend. Store target page, the sound of the rain as the radio plays. I get lost in the day, I get lost in the day as the radio plays. Oh, there's no other place. Oh, that I'd rather be anyways. Oh, right where I am is where you'll find me. Upon the stage tonight, the glow of neon lights cast shadows behind the laughing passers-by. I've never played here before, and I'm feeling unsure, but the people are kind. The beer is still good,
and the bartender smiles, hands you one for the road. Oh, there's no other place. Oh, that I'd rather be anyways. Oh, and right where I am is where you'll find me. Is where you'll find me. Is where you'll find me.
And we find him around the dining room table today, Scott Clay. Since you moved to Nashville, have you felt your music evolve in a different direction, or pretty much the same, just better?
I would say the same and better.
Same and better. You're growing as an artist every day, aren't you?
Yeah. Oh, there's so many. Just the number of melodies that float into your head on a given day in Nashville.
Yeah.
I mean, it's an amazing thing to be around so many other artists.
And so many different genres of music, no matter where you go, right?
Yeah.
Just the best of the best right here.
Best of the best.
Is there a place you like to hang and listen?
The local.
The local.
Yeah.
Yeah. Love that place too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They're a lot.
Yeah. They're really there. I am too. Yeah, I try to make it there about every Friday. So it's a place that you want to go when you come to town.
It's true.
The local. You come a stranger, you leave a local.
I know. It's amazing.
You know, I have to tell you that we're talking to the local. The owner, Jeff Reed, is a great songwriter.
Oh, yeah.
And we're going to do this show live.
Fun.
With him.
Oh, my God.
Yeah. At the end of July. I know we're in August right now, so it's probably out there already.
Yeah.
But it's going to be a trip.
Oh, my God.
Looking forward
I'd love to come watch that taping. Yeah. You're going to have it live at the local?
Live at the local. We've done it a few times. We did it with Chris Wallman. It went really well. Yeah. And then we had a special Christmas one with the guy who wrote Grandma Got Run Over by a Reindeer.
Oh, nice.
Brooks, and that was a fun show. It really was.
That's great.
Well, I'm sure we're going to see you at the local, my friend.
Yeah, absolutely, Dave.
If not there before or somewhere else. And
thank you.
I want to tell everybody you've got your own webpage, which is
scottclaymusic.com.
And your music is streaming everywhere.
Everywhere.
All right, check him out. Scott, thanks for being on the show. We do appreciate it.
Yeah, thanks, Dave.
All the best, my friend. And folks, right on.
That's a wrap from the dining room table. Thanks for joining the conversation and chasing the music with us. From Nashville, Tennessee, this is the Songwriter Connection, the award-winning elite music podcast of the year, connecting the songs and the people who write them.